Hey everybody, what is up? I know this video is a little bit late, but I really wanted to go back through and focus and make sure I look through every song that came out in 2014. A lot of great songs from a lot of great groups, but I finally came up with this list of what I think are the best songs that came out in 2014. Before we start on the list, there are a few songs that I want to give an honorable mention to. These are the songs that were right on the edge that almost made the list but just didn't make the cut. The first of them is Spellbound by TVXQ. Really awesome song, cool music video. I like the groove of it. I thought it was really cool how they featured some guest dancers now that it's just the two of them there, and it went over really, really well. The next song is I Swear by Sistar. Really cool song. I like the singing, I like the brass parts in it. And the last song was Up and Down by Exid. I actually liked that song before the whole fan cam thing, and I remember it not getting like any views, but I thought it was really interesting. The chorus is really good, there's some good singing in it. The music video for it was a little bit strange, but of course this vlog and this video countdown focuses on the musical side of things first and foremost, so that applies to the rest of this countdown as well, and let's jump right in. Number 15 is Go Crazy by 2PM. I really appreciate the sort of not taking themselves super seriously, the goofiness of the song, and of course the music video too. This was a really funky track. It's got kind of a throwback 80s feel to it, but it uses really modern sounds mixed in, so it doesn't sound dated in any way, but there are like some elements that you've probably heard before and are things you're familiar with. Overall, it's just a really fun dance song. I like that they held back and did a little bit less rapping. The amount in this song was just like perfect, and it suited the group really, really well. The singing was good, and the synthesizers were just really, really heavy along with the beat. Sounds great on all my speakers. It was produced, mixed, and mastered fantastically, and hopefully we'll see more stuff like this from them in the future. You can check out my full review of this song right here. Number 14 is Mr. Ambiguous by Mamamoo. This is a really cool track. It has like a vintagey throwback vibe to it. Some amazing singing, really cool cameos. This is one of the best debut songs I've ever heard and probably one of the best of all time. It really introduced everyone to this new group called Mamamoo in a really stylish and classy way. Overall, really like the songwriting, really like the production, and of course great performances on here by Mamamoo. Number 13 is Love Toxic by Royal Pirates, and Royal Pirates are one of my favorite K-pop groups. They're more on the pop, rock, funk end of things, and they don't dance, they're an actual band, but they have an extremely clean and refined sound that I love. Their songwriting is great. Love Toxic was a really cool song. It definitely embodies that sort of Royal Pirates style and sound, but they threw some really cool elements in there. The pre-chorus I think was my favorite part, really cool progression and how the chords work, how it sounds. And they also threw in a little bit of like some glitch effects, which is not maybe something you'd expect from a band like them, but they always keep you guessing. They're doing cool, innovative stuff, and I really like this track. You can see my full review of it right here. With number 12, we have Last Romeo by Infinite, and unfortunately I didn't have time to do a reaction to this song when it first came out, but it's definitely one of my favorite songs of the year. They managed to take the K-pop sound with some really cool layered, dense vocal harmonies, and they stuck it with like some brass and some guitars and like a band feel. Sounded a little bit like Chicago or Huey Lewis and the News. I'm a huge fan of that. I think it's a little bit of a trend in K-pop right now. I'm hearing a lot more brass, some more electric guitar layered in. I really like it. I hope it continues, but this song was just a great example of awesome songwriting, great singing, of course, from Infinite. I'm a big fan of their voices, and overall I thought this song was really powerful. It really resonated with me, and I just loved the sound from every part of the production. Number 11 was She's So High by Beatburger, and this was a little bit more of an EDM crossover pop track. They put some really cool elements from EDM and dance music that you might hear in the club into pop music, and they integrated it seamlessly, and the result is a song that's just emotionally powerful. It just kind of hits you with a wall of sound and sonically washes over you, and it just makes you feel the emotion, and for me it was just so inspiring, and I think that's really important because music can make you feel things and inspire you a lot differently than words or pictures. You know, everything inspires you in a different way, and music is really powerful in that way, and I felt like this was a great example of conveying emotion through music. So extremely well produced song. You can check out my review of that right here. And I'm so glad that SM is letting Beatburger do their own thing now. I hope we get a lot more music from them, and I'm definitely looking forward to it in the future. Number 10 is Annie by Top Dog, and unfortunately I missed this song when it came out. I don't know how, I just didn't see that it came out. I didn't make the connection and I didn't review it, but This is one of the coolest songs of the year. I love the chord progressions, the 90s throwback thing, and the sound and the music video is really cool. I do think that the throwback sound held the song back a tiny bit. If they maybe hadn't used the dated hi-hat so much, or some of those very characteristic 90s, like brass synth stabs, it might have made the song even more powerful, but the song was so good, it doesn't matter to me. It overcomes any of those little things that I could pick at, and the song just kind of has an amazing, like, uplifting, emotional feeling that's brought on by the chord changes and the singing. And can we just talk about how cool the chorus is for a second? I mean, this is like a mind-blowingly awesome chord progression and singing and everything else. I had to stop it when I first heard it, and I went back and I kept listening to the chorus over and over and over and over, and then the chord change out of the chorus, and I don't think I finished the song for like 20 minutes because I kept going back and trying to figure out, like, what is making this so awesome? And it's just all the combined elements with the production and the singing, but most of all, it is the chord progression itself. Really cool, triumphant sounding harmonies. That's the kind of thing that I like to hear. My ear just naturally catches that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I really like the throwback 90s music video and how they did like the scrolling video boxes. That was really creative. And Top Dog definitely got my attention with this one. I will be watching them closely in the future. Number 9 is Danger by Taemin. This was his solo debut outside of SHINee. I really thought it was interesting that they gave him a solo first out of all the members of SHINee, but I'm not complaining. It turned out really, really well. Danger is a really cool song. It's a little bit stripped down at times. They've got some really edgy sounds going on. The highlights of the song for me were the singing and chord changes in the second chorus and then slightly after. Again, kind of like Annie, it was just really triumphant, really epic sounding. Something my ear just catches, really, really likes. If you want to see my full review of the song, you can check that out right here. And overall, I thought it was a really big step for Taemin. His singing was really good. He didn't have any of the other members to back him up. He was completely exposed because he was on his own, and he did a really great job. So I'll be looking forward to more solo Taemin in the future, except maybe next time don't have the chain connect, whatever. Number 8 is Mamma Mia by Cara. I wasn't sure how it was going to work having 2 members leave and 1 new member come in. I was a little bit worried about them, to be honest, but man, did they prove me wrong and blow away all my concerns about them with Mamma Mia. It was another sort of 80s throwback track. I really liked the sound, the feel. The mix and the mastering was really good, really punchy. The singing was great. I didn't feel like it was lacking anything at all. And the chord changes in this song, especially in the chorus, they had a really great major, uplifting, and epic kind of feel. You may be noticing a little bit of a pattern here. A lot of my favorite songs have really cool harmonies and chord progressions, and that's just something that I really like. Complex stacked chords, chords with some dissonance, suspended chords that resolve, variations on major voicings that sound really epic and triumphant. And this Cara song is a really good example of all of those things. It does all of them well, and I'm really happy to see the group back and going strong. If you want to see my full review of the song, you can find it right here. Number 7 is Sugar Free by Tiara, and specifically this is music video version 1 version of the song, but there is also a version that I've seen floating around the internet called the original edit, and I really would have liked to hear this version and that original edit version sort of put together. Maybe I'll do my own edit at some point and put it on this channel. I'm not sure, but I would have liked to hear some elements of each of those 2 versions and not any of the other versions. Anyway, getting to the song, really awesome song. I've been a T-Ara fan for quite a while, but this song actually even surprised me. And I know they always do that sort of dance thing. They've always been a more club dance sounding K-pop group, but this song was like straight up right out of the club or from the music festival EDM, and they plopped it down right inside of a K-pop song. The song is slightly disjointed. There are like 2 very different parts of the song. You can check out my review here. I talk about that in a lot more detail. But in the end, it ends up working out really well. And besides liking the really heavy sound, the hard-hitting sound, that explosive snare, my favorite part of the song was definitely the chorus. Again, the chord progressions were so good. The vocals were just epic and just kind of hit you with the way the end of the chorus resolves. And overall, it's just a great song, great singing, and I like the fact that K-pop fans can enjoy the song and EDM club dance fans can also enjoy this song. It does both really well, and it sort of ties the 2 genres in, and that's kind of T-Ara's thing. That's what they're known for, that's what they're good at, and I'm looking forward to more songs like this in the future. Number 6 is Swing by Super Junior. I liked both versions of the song, but I felt like the Chinese version flowed a little bit better, and the singing was also a little bit better on that one. So that's the version I'm picking for this list and linking to. This song is just a really encouraging, feel-good song but it's a great example of a song that does that. It kind of uplifts you, gives you encouragement, but it doesn't do it in like a really sugar-coated, corny way. The song itself is just a perfect fit for Super Junior M. You know, every single member is utilized well. They put the right people singing the right vocal parts at the right times. You know, the group vocals are just amazing. And also the music video, I have to mention, was really cool how it was filmed, how they did the zooms, the color effects on it were really awesome. Everything was on point and came together well. And Super Junior just keeps doing this. It's almost every single time they're putting out a really great song. And the other thing that I like seeing is that they're continuing to improve. You know, they've been around forever in the K-pop world, but you can tell the individual members are still getting better at singing, you know, improving their performance. They're getting more and more complex harmonies and all that stuff. It's just cool to see someone who's already so successful actually continuing to improve and be hungry and, you know, have that desire to better their craft. And I feel like Super Junior is a great example, and this song is a great example of that too. Number 5 is Error by VIX, and if you haven't seen my review of this song, check it out right here. I was almost speechless the first time I heard this track. It makes you feel such a broad range of emotions when you listen to it. And, you know, the singing is just flawless. They're by far one of the best vocal groups already in K-pop, I think. And the thing I really enjoyed most besides VIX themselves singing in this song was the orchestration and the arrangement of it. They have like some movie soundtrack style stuff going on, you know, some orchestral stuff. And like I said in my review video, I think it's just like a game changer in K-pop or pop music as a whole a little bit. It's just so hugely done. Like everything about it is huge, so to speak. You know, the vocals are huge sounding, the production value is just massive. The only way I really know how to explain it. Obviously, just listening to the song will give you a lot better idea than me talking about it, because, you know, I can't convey in words just how big and awesome the song is. So definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it. The music video is also incredible. It's just unbelievably good. Number 4 is Shirt by Super Junior. And I really like this song more than Mamacita. I like Mamacita, but Shirt to me was kind of like the ultimate, we're accomplished, you know, in this industry, and we're having fun, we're enjoying what we're doing type of song. I really like the brass in it, I really like the groove. The singing's really good. I like that they don't take themselves too seriously. I always appreciate that. And there wasn't a music video for this song. I was really hoping they'd have like a double promotion after Mamacita, you know, maybe wait a month, bring this song out with its own music video. It never happened, but luckily we have some good live performances, so you can hear Super Junior's amazing group vocals and check those out right here. Number 3 is Piano Man by Mamamoo. This song is just incredible and incorporates like all these different styles of jazz and funk, and they just fuse the worlds of like pop and jazz just perfectly into the song. The singing, of course, is ridiculous. It's just so good. Mamamoo is one of my favorite groups already. I actually had the amazing opportunity to interview Mamamoo, which you can check out right here. That was super exciting for me. And of course, if you want to see my original review of Piano Man, you can check that out right here as well. I was just astounded by how good it was. I think it appeals to all kinds of different age groups and different kinds of people, different groups of people. This is one of those songs that's just like universally good. I mean, yeah, you're going to find people that don't like it, but there are so many people who maybe never listen to K-pop. If they had to pick one song in K-pop that they would like, it would be this song. Or people who are just getting into or being introduced to K-pop, you know, start with this song. It's just a really great song, awesome writing, awesome production, and of course, amazing performance and execution by Mamamoo. Number 2 is Spinning by TVXQ, and I know it's a Japanese language track. I don't care, I listen to music in any language as long as it's good, and this song was just really powerful to me. They used the sort of drum and bugle corps, or like a military style marching band sound in a pop song. And I've been waiting for someone to take like that brass and drum sound and successfully put it in rock or pop or anything like that. And this song finally did it in a way that was just super appealing to me. You know, I'm a trumpet player myself. I've done that since grade school. So anytime I can hear an amazing brass section, especially in a pop song, it's just so exciting to me. And this song itself is so great. It's written in such a cool way. And, you know, TVXQ, they're just legends in the industry already. They just have such a mastery of figuring out like how to perform on each individual song and make it unique and have it fit into the song and complete the concept perfectly. And they did that again on this song. It's epic at times, you know, in the chorus. It's kind of haunting and creepy and, you know, like sneaking around in the verses and mixing in all the cool things they bring to the table with an amazing arrangement and like a drum and bugle corps backing band. It's just awesome. I can't explain it any better than that, but I think a lot of people missed or overlooked this song, so make sure to check it out right here. That's the short version, but you can get an idea of what it sounds like. Amazing track, and hopefully more groups will follow this trend and try some more things with brass sections, kind of bring that back. It's a really great sound, really powerful, really epic, and I'm looking forward to more TVXQ songs like this in the future. Alright, now we're to the end of the countdown. This is the #1 song. I gotta tell you, this was really difficult. All the songs in the top 10 had a chance, in my mind, to be #1, and I went back and forth with my list. I shuffled things around. I kept trying different songs at #1, but this song kept bumping the other songs out and taking the #1 spot, and I was trying to argue with myself back and forth and be fair and be like, well, can this song really be #1? It's a brand new group, it's their first song, and, you know, maybe one of these other songs is better. But just looking at the song itself and how well it was performed and executed, it just became obvious to me that this was the #1 song of 2014. And it is 123 by Purfles. This song just completely blew my mind and took me off guard. When I'm reviewing all these other songs, I'm always very honest with you guys and telling you what I like, what I don't like. So I do really like a lot of these songs I'm listening to, as I say on my videos, but when I'm listening to them, there's usually one or two things, a lot of times more, that I point out and I talk about, you know, oh, I wish they would have done this a little different, or I would have liked it better if they did that. And when I heard 123, it had all of the elements inside of it already that I usually talk about wanting to fix or hear in other songs. It's just a combination of all the things I like and that I think are perfect in a song. And then to throw on top of it the fact that they are a rookie group and this is their debut. This is the first song they've ever done. And they come off as so mature and seasoned veteran performers. That's really how they seem to me. There's not any uncertainty with their performance or their execution of it. All the little stylistic things that usually take groups months or even years to just master and really get down, Purfles has already. Each one of them executed this song perfectly and gave it exactly what it needed. So each of the parts were amazing, but they came together and formed something that was even greater than the sum total of the parts. And that's just sort of the magic factor in music that gives it that extra spark and that extra emotion and impact. And this song and this group has all of that. And then what really got me with this song is when they stripped everything back in the bridge and did that sort of vocal breakdown, almost a cappella. And I was just like, I couldn't even compute it. I mean, you can watch my original review of the song right here, and I think you'll just see like astonishment coming through the camera and the microphone. I was just completely amazed by how cool that sounded. And then to hear them do it live and do it well live and execute live, it's just one of those situations where the group, the song, the production, the singing, you know, the execution, the music video, everything came together perfectly, and it just made for a super powerful and super great song. And I'm still listening to 123 over and over, still enjoying it, still hearing new little nuances. So great job, Purfles. You got the /1 spot on my countdown. I'm extremely impressed with you, and I cannot wait to hear whatever you come out with next. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed my 2014 countdown / year in review / songs you should definitely go and check out. And let me know what you guys thought of this list. Do you think I got it wrong? Do you think I got it right? Did you have a different list? Did you have some songs on here that I didn't even include? Leave a comment. All that stuff we want to hear from you guys. And of course you can also talk to me anytime, any day on Twitter right here at MRJ Guitar. Make sure to come by and say hi sometime. I do check it multiple times a day, and I do try to respond to everyone, so definitely check that out. Please also share, like, and subscribe. All that stuff really helps us out if you post this on your Twitter, your Facebook, and forums. It helps us a ton, and that's what really keeps this channel going. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.